Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in the last video, we talked about how do companion passes work. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about how buddy passes work. I hope you guys enjoyed the last video. Keep the comments going, keep the commentary up, the likes, subscribing, because it really lets me know that you guys like the content. And then definitely let me know if you want to hear more of something or see something different, because I'm open to film different content. From the last video, I did have to condense it a lot because I felt like I was over explaining things that may not apply to certain people. However, the main takeaways that I do want to reinforce from the last video is that when it comes to companion passes, you do want to be aware that it takes about 1 to 3 weeks to process a new person. And you really want to pay attention to the enrollment periods of each mainline companion pass. They have different terms. I think there's one mainline carrier that calls it enrolled friends, but it's still the same concept of companion passes. So just look at the enrollment period, how that works as far as bringing someone in new, taking someone off. Yeah, and as far as canceling flights, rebooking flights, like that's very important. When I was putting my family members under there, it was just everybody was a guinea pig. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how to explain stuff. And I wish I would have really knew about the enrollment period. That's number one, and that it takes a while to enroll someone, because I thought I could do it the same day, and that messed up a lot of plans. Anyways, before we get started, make sure you are subscribed if you're not already subscribed, and like the video because it's gonna be good content, okay? I feel like the likes have been going up, so y'all been listening, so I'm like, is it because I'm reminding y'all, or is it because y'all like the content, or is it both? Or you don't need me to tell you because you just like the video already. Like, let me know. I don't know. Let me find out y'all just like the content. Y'all just click in, like. Okay? Anyways, buddy passes. Another benefit that you get when you reach your anniversary, so working with the company for a whole year, is that you finally get access to buddy passes, okay? So you'll get a few buddy passes that you can give over to friends, family, whomever you wish. And with buddy passes, once you gather their information and put it in the system, they can book instantly. So that's the biggest difference between, there's many differences, but the first difference between a buddy pass and a companion pass is that with a buddy pass, as soon as you press submit, boom, they're in the system and you can go ahead and book them a flight, okay? So for the purpose of this video, we're just gonna use an example. So we'll use Carisha. Let's say I gave Carisha one of my buddy passes, okay? She said she wants to go from Atlanta to Dubai. I gave her one of my buddy passes. I gathered her information, first name, last name, yada, 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 that basic stuff. Signed her up. Now she has a buddy pass. The buddy pass is valid for 1 year from the time that she purchased it until 1 year from there. Now, when it comes to the actual pass, it is valid for a round trip pass. So that means from Atlanta to Dubai, back to Atlanta. You can use it for a one-way. However, when I booked the ticket for Carisha, I have to make if I wanted to do a round trip ticket for her, I would have to do it in one transaction. I can't book Atlanta to Dubai and she's not gonna be able to tell me, oh, I'm gonna let you know when I decide to come back and then you can book me. No, that means I would have to get her another buddy pass. So in order to use the same one, you have to book the round trip under one transaction. If you do it, if you just buy a ticket, a one-way ticket, then you basically, I feel like it's a waste to do a one-way with a buddy pass. You might as well do a round trip, but whatever is convenient to you, of course. I hope I explained that well, that you must book a round trip under one transaction with a buddy pass. If that doesn't make sense, okay, let's break it down into like going to order food. Say you're ordering food for, you have one order and then you have your friend's order. If you're at Chick-fil-A and you're at the register and you say, oh, let me get a number 1, that's gonna be the first order, I'm gonna pay with cash, and let me get a number 7, and I'm gonna pay with card. You cannot do that with a buddy pass. It has to be the number 1 and the number 7 combined under one order, and you pay them with one form of payment. So that's like the best way I can explain how the buddy pass works, okay? Carisha, which is the friend that I'm using who has the buddy pass, she will be responsible for the segment fees, taxes, all that for the flight that she's booking. So Atlanta to Dubai, that's probably gonna be, you know, in the 150-200 range, based on like, because you're paying taxes and stuff like that, emissions, it's all types of stuff that you're like paying for, but it's gonna be about $200. Now with a buddy pass, it is still considered a standby flight, okay? It is not a guaranteed seat. It is the same scenario where you are at the airport, all the people who have purchased a ticket will line up, board, get on, and then if there happens to be any empty seats, and they will refer to the list of people in the order of, you know, companion pass, buddy pass, employees, and you may or may not get a seat, okay? So if you miss the flight to Dubai, let's say you miss it, or the flight is full and there's no more seats, then the gate agent will roll you over to the next available flight to Dubai. When it comes to booking a buddy pass trip, once I book it, it is final. I can't go back and change it, edit it. I can't change it from Atlanta to Aruba. Like, no, it's Atlanta to Dubai and Dubai to Atlanta. That's it. I can't do anything on my end. I believe maybe you can talk to the gate agent and try to get something rolled around, but not sure. But on my end, I'm not able to change anything. So once I book it for Carisha, that's it. Can't do anything else. You know what time it is. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and send this to a friend. Especially if you're a flight attendant and your friends be asking you, so do you have a buddy pass? Like, send them this. Like, girl, you don't even know how it works. Listen to this video and then let me know if it's something that you want to do. Okay? Anyways, another point that I wanted to let you guys know is that if the flight attendant who is the owner of the buddy passes, if they decide to leave the company or they get removed from the company, then of course there are no more buddy passes. And even if you did have an activated buddy pass, it's no longer activated because the employee does not work with the company anymore. Also, if you have a buddy or companion under any of your benefits who is in the airport acting a fool, you know, some people are very unaware of how standby works who sign up under someone's companion or buddy passes. So when they don't get a flight, they're really upset and they're throwing a temper tantrum, or they're yelling at the gate agent, which there is no scenario where it is okay to yell at the gate agent, okay? There's a lot of power in the gate agent's hands, okay? So you just want to be very mindful of the people that you have under your benefits, because in the event that your buddy or companion is disruptive or argumentative, combative, drunk, okay, abusive, anything they will look up, okay, this person is on standby under whose benefits, and you can potentially not only the buddy is banned, but now you will be stripped from your benefits if you are the flight attendant. So definitely be mindful of that and let people know exactly how standby works, okay? I've had friends who are also flight attendants and they put their friends or family on standby and they're using it to go to job functions, weddings, very big important events, and they're not being strategic and understanding how standby works, and they have gotten very upset, and it's damaged relationships because they're like, I was counting on your benefits to get me here on time and it didn't. And it's like there are so many factors involved with standby that not only is your seat not guaranteed, but anything can happen, okay? Maintenance issues, not having enough staffing, weather, ground stop, like you have all these things that can happen on top of you don't have a guaranteed seat. So if you're going to use the buddy pass, companion pass, you need to create like a window of, okay, there may be a delay, I might miss a flight. At least a day, especially if it's an important event. But I can talk more about standby in another video. I'm not sure if I mentioned this tip already, but once I put Carisha under my buddy pass, right, I cannot take her off. So I can't transfer it and give it to Cassie or give it to Jacob. Like, no, that one's hers. I can't take her name off of it, so she must use it within a year. So definitely be mindful. Give your buddy passes to people who are actually traveling instead of people who are just, you know, hoping and wishing they just want a backup in case and then they never go anywhere. Like, there are people like that who just want to say that they have a buddy pass and they never use it. So be mindful of who you're giving your buddy pass to, because you may have friends who really could use it or other family members who really could use it. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already done so. So I am very curious to know, if you are currently in training, is it still a sin to talk about flight benefits, or are you leaving training well informed about companion passes and buddy passes? Please let me know, because I was in the fend for yourself era and I'm just like, what's going on these days? Okay, we're not wearing masks anymore. Y'all are like sitting in class. Like, I cannot believe y'all are sitting in class already, because mine was mainly virtual. So we did have times where we sit in class, but not the whole training was sitting in the classroom, which now I cannot even imagine. I would have been on edge if I had to go to class every single day. But everything happens for a reason. Y'all got it. I'm sure y'all got it. Because the universe, God, all the higher beings already knew that sitting in class every day probably was not going to be for me. Also, any topics, any questions, let me know what you guys want to see in the next video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.